There's a reason you're confused. There's a reason you can't tell. If she's flirting or just being nice and it's not buckas, but you're clueless, it's because no one ever taught you the language. Off-male interest women don't chase directly, they don't confess. With words they reveal through behavior, and if you know how to decode those subtle spoken cues, you'll spend your entire life wondering, does she actually like him, or is she just polite? Here's steppenful truth: most men miss out on incredible women not because they lacked confidence, but because they lacked awareness. They didn't see the way she lingered a little too long after saying goodbye. They didn't notice how she mirrored his voice. Without realizing, Ethy didn't catch that moment. When her smile wasn't just kind, it was curious, and because they missed the signal, they didn't act. They froze, they hesitated. Ange moved on, thinking. He just wasn't thought into her. But what if you could finally see it? What if you could walk into any interaction with the power to read between the lines, to decode the truth beneath her words, her eyes, her silence? That's what this video is for, because when a woman is genuinely in tone, when she feels a quiet pull toward your presence, she does very specific things she wouldn't do for just anyone, things that bypass logic and come straight from her instinct. And today, I'll show you all 7 of them. You won't need to overthink, you won't need to guess, you'll know by watching how she behaves when your energy walks into the room. So lean in, because on Seo. Understand these signs, you'll never chase uncertainty again. You'll walk with clarity and become the man who notice what others are blind to. Let's begin. Every man has felt at that moment when you're around a woman and something changes. She laughs a little differently, lingers when you speak. She finds reasons to stay near you, yet never quite says why. You sense something under the surface, but because she hasn't said it out loud, you doubt it. And so, like Mossman, you wait, you hesitate, you don't want to assume too much, you don't want to come off as arrogant, you don't want to Tomas read the moment and lose your composure. But here's the brutal truth, and it's one most men never hear: attraction isn't loud. It doesn't come with flashing signs or direct statements. It comes in fragments and rhythm and subtle behavioral codes. At 99% of Minari, too distracted, too ungrounded, or too emotionally reactive to notice. In their salt, you miss the moment she walks away thinking you weren't interested, and you are left wondering, did I just let something real slip through my hands? The worst part, she may have been testing Yana with games, but with curiosity she wanted to see if you could feel the current. She wasn't saying out loud. Best for a woman, the man who can read her without her needing to explain. That man is rare, that man is magnetic, that man is dangerous in the best way possible. So no, this video isn't about playing tricks. It's not about memorizing lands or pretending to be someone you're in it. It's about something far deeper, something most men have never been taught: the ability to recognize feminine attraction at its root in these subconscious shifts, the tiny tells, the emotional microsignals that bypass logic and speak straight to your instincts. Because when a woman is into you, she will reveal it. Not with her mouth, but with her presence, with her emotional energy, with the unspoken changes that scream one truth: I want you to notice me without me having to say I tend. If you can see it, you become the man can't stop thinking about, because you are. It's not just attractive, you're aware. That's what this video will teach you: 7 behaviors women only show when they're truly into you, not when they're bored, not when they're polite, but when they're drawn to your energy and curious about who you really are. So if you read on missing signs, if you're tired of walking away from women who are actually into you, but you just didn't know if and stay exactly where you are, because since you learn these 7 signals, you'll never need to second guess his male interest again. You'll see it, you'll feel it, and you'll respond not with anxiety, but with calm, grounded confidence that separates men who guess from men who know. Let's begin. 1. She places herself in your orbit. Hepengil. Notice she won't walk up and say, I want you. That's not how femininity works. Instead, she's subtilized, her environment shifting, closer positioning herself nearby, making herself visible without being obvious. Might enter the room and quietly looking for where you are, and she spots you, she settle in a place just close enough to be noticed, at bet far enough to keep her pride. She's not chasing, she's inviting. This is how a woman tests a man's perception. She wants to know if you're tuned in enough. Topic up what most miss. If you're grounded, aware, and emotionally intelligent, you'll feel it. She'll keep showing up near you by coincidence. But it's not coincidence, it's her saying, I didn't want to make the first move, but I'd want to be within reach. So if you want to, you can, and if you notice her paternal. See, she's already opened the door to. She gives you undivided attention, Evan. In a crowded room, you're not the only one. In the room there, are conversations everywhere. Lot of distractions. Phones buzzing, people moving, and yet she's locked in on your attention. It doesn't just come in words. It comes in presence. She listens with her eyes. Her body subtly leans in shetracks. Your thoughts laughs at things you didn't even intend to be fun reacts. To your pauses like they're linazine. A poem that's not politeness. That's emotional gravitation when a woman feels genuinely pulled toward. She offers what most men never receive her full energy. It's rare, it's sacred, and when you feel it, you'll know. She's not just hearing me, she's experiencing me. And that kind of attention is never wasted in someone she doesn't feel drawn to. 3. She challenges you, but not to win sometimes. She teases you sometimes. She tisses back sometimes. She disagrees not with anger, but with fire, not to be right, but to feel your strength. This is feminine curiosity. Emotion, she's testing the temperature of your frame, and not to destroy it, but to feel safe inside it. Women don't want perfection. They want to know that when they're energizes, when they challenge, flirt, or disrupt. You don't collapse, you don't fold, you don't flinch, you don't try toplies. You stand because when you can meet her fire with calm, grounded confidence, not dominance, not submission, just percent she feels. What words can't say this man can hold me, even when I can't hold myself, and that's when attraction deepens into something more primal and unforgettable. She opens her inner world piece by piece. A woman's story is a garden with locked gates. She doesn't just hand youth key, but if she starts sharing memories, talking about her past, her wounds, her dreams, her fears, if she lets her voice soften and her guards slip, it means she's not just talking. She's inviting, because women only open emotionally to men who feel safe and strong enough to hold it all. She mightest. The waters first. I don't usually talk about this, but or I'm not sure why I'm telling you this. Those aren't random comments. They're subconscious confess. What she's really saying is, I feel something around you, something still, something safe, something strong enough to carry the weight. Don't show theirs. That's not friendship. That's intimacy growing in silence. 5. She remembers the details that even you forgot. Weeks go by, you barely remember what you said that night, but suddenly Ish brings it up. That story you told me about your brother, it stuck with me. Or you once said your dream was to live by the ocean, remember? And that's when it hits you. She was listening, not this surface kind, but soul-level attention one. A woman is into you. Her emotional mind catalogs the little things. Because of those details, your tone, your dreams, your values are clues to your inner world shuance. To know it, she wants to walk in I-10. The only way she can do that is by collecting your truth one moment at a time. So, if she remembers the small things you only mentioned once, it means you've already made a deeper impact than you. No sexist invites you into her world without saying the words attraction. Isn't just about flirtation, it's about inclusion. Watch. She talks about her life. I think you'd love this place I go to. You have to try that coffee spot I told you about. My friends would get a kick out of you. She's painting pictures that include you. This is in tandem. It's her subconscious crafting aeriality. Where you exist beside her, it means she's not just thinking about this moment. She's already imagined what life with you might feel like, not because it's needy, not because she's planning a future, but because feminine energy lows, seeks connection. And if she's connecting dots that include you, you're ready. Further into her emotional space than you think. 7. She reacts to your absence, even if she pretends not to this one. Is powerful because attraction is not just seen in closeness, but in the echo of fear. Distance. Pull back. Don't initiate for a while. Don't vanish. Just pause. If she feels nothing, you'll hear silence. But if she's into you, she'll notice. She'll text you unexpectedly. She'll say, you've been quiet lately. She'll throw in a playful jab. Did you forget about me already? She might mask it in humor. She might downplay it. Bother. Message is clear. Where did your attention go? I miss how it felt when it was on me. This is where most men ruin the moment. They rush back and trying to compensate, but a stoic man doesn't. Chasey observes, because when her reaction to Your distance carries emotional weights when you know you've entered her psyche. You're no longer a maybe your a presence she feels, even when you're Ganeso. Now you know when a woman is into you truly. Silently, powerfully, she doesn't always say it outright, but she says through her behavior in the pauses. Looks in the moments between themaments. She'll pull herself into your orbit. She'll give you double attention. She'll challenge you just to feel your strength. She'll share pieces of her soulsha. Doesn't hand out freely. She'll remember the things even you forget. She'll suzzily open her world and imagino in it. And if you ever go quiet, you'll feel it, not because you are perfect, not because you said all the right things, but because your presentsling are longer than your words and hears. What separates most men from their few who actually see these signs? It's not charm, it's not height, it's not how much money you have, or how many reps you do at the gym. It's awareness at show. Calm you stay when others overthink. It's how grounded you are when others chase. It's how still your mind comes when everyone else is reacting. The Stoic man doesn't need to impress. He doesn't need to guess. He simply sees and moves with clarity, and that's the difference between the man she forgets and the man she can't stop thinking about. So if you'll felt something shift during this video, something inside you finally clicked and you now recognize signs you've missed before, then don't let that awareness die here. Subscribe to Stoic Erotics, not just for more insights like this, but back because you're choosing to evolve totally to embody the kind of man who doesn't chase women because he understands himself so deeply that Storlead begins to chase him. Tap that like button if this resonated with you and leave a comment below. Have you ever noticed these signs before? Or worse, have ever realized you missed them? We're building a brotherhood here, men who want more than just surface level dating tips, men who want truth, presence, power, rooted in silence, not noise. And remember, women want to be told what to feel. They want to feel something in your presence, clarity, your stillness, your certainty, and you cultivate that energy. You don't thave to chase desire. Desire finds you. Until next time, stay grounded, stay sharp.